Oh, what is going on, everybody?
Hi.
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to Phoenix Right when we left off.
We gotta up the ante.
We got this guy in the stand, but we gotta up the ante before we throw out the hardcore shit at him.
Yes.
But he says that he was at the Street Side Saloon when it went down.
That's a lie.
And I guess we'll go ahead and
just go right into it.
What do we have? Do we have his
Yeah.
fingerprints? Yeah, let's go throw
Be
his
like,
fingerprints out
hey,
there.
you, these are yours.
Oh, Officer Marshall. Doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this? Meh. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner.
Oh, we will.
It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or, to be exact, a handprint. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects, that is, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there.
Oh, damn, he objected by himself.
For real. I only wish it were, officer.
Damn, Phoenix.
But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah, it's a
than just, you know,
Witness, what is the meaning of this?
Yep.
Your blood-stained fingerprints at the crime scene?
The blood was wiped away. However, the luminal test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? Seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders.
What?
I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall. About the blood-stained fingerprints?
That's Edgeworth.
Or about the blood-stained fingerprints? Whoops.
Edward, you went to Texas for a second. Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints
Okay.
found at the scene of the crime. I'm hungry.
Sorry, but Miss the Angel Star ain't here today. Bloodstained fingerprints. What you got, dog? Like I said, it's only natural that my fingerprints would be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint.
Uh-huh.
The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance.
Uh-huh.
The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated.
Sure.
Or they ain't know the murderer was wearing gloves. See? I had nothing to do with it.
Just because you didn't murder anyone doesn't mean you didn't have anything to do with it.
The witness's explanation appears valid, although there's room for doubt.
Yes, there is.
Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
This guy's hiding something. I can feel it.
He is.
In my bones. Now's my chance to prove it. All right. I mean, most of that was all the same fucking statement. Everything was just...
Paraphrase.
Yeah. It's only after figures in the evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. Let's see if I can... So then, what about the bloody handprint? Wasn't mine. It's no mystery.
Please explain.
My
I
locker's,
don't understand anything in this world.
my locker's covered with my fingerprints. Just so happened. Murder just like with my fingerprint, but it was by chance. Yeah, I'll see about that. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1.
Yeah,
On
like
the
in that
contrary,
exact spot.
One could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. And that's no, I don't agree with that one. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no award from me with a mere fingerprint. Compadre, you wanna know why?
You mean comprende?
Well, I mean, I was trying to say it to Edgeworth being compadre, but
Oh.
the bloodstain fingerprints are completely related. I don't believe that for a second. Unrelated. They're as different as night and day. Kind of like cereal and cereal. One's got to do with breakfast, while the other's a type of murder.
He's right. Although seemingly alike, they're totally different.
I don't see what homonyms have to do with
It's
this.
often used in puns.
There's another murder's wearing gloves. But, were they?
Yeah.
How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There was a blood stain at the scene, although to be left by thought to be left by the murderer. That's right.
Yeah,
It was found in Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried
Yeah.
that too.
So that would mean the murderer, wearing gloves, happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint.
That's the only logical conclusion. I can't let him squirm out of this one.
Something's up.
I've got to find something decisive to Officer Marshall to this crime. So
Decisive.
What can I do that would? I don't
What's
really want to
decisive?
present, but I have to be in there for it. So not that. The videotape is a possibility.
Maybe not yet, though. You know what I mean?
he wants to wait. They want us to wait on that for some
Yeah.
reason. I'm seeing floor plans. Not the fingerprint set. Not the ID card. It'd be towards this latter half here, I would assume.
Yeah.
If we had any evidence that could really mess with him. But
Should I
go ahead and pull up
look
the
at-
walkthrough.
Yeah. Because I can't think of anything.
The only thing I can think of would be the rubber glove that was tagged evidence from the SL9 incident.
Did we press him on the statement like I said it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room?
I actually don't think I did press that.
No.
That's because you, how did you put it? Pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That, one more thing. That locker happens to be mine.
What? What do you mean?
I mean what I said, and I said what I meant.
Oh, God.
That's the locker when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. You see, it's strange my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Okay, so it was updated. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? The seal of blood. In the desert's just food for the buzzards.
What does that even mean?
Eh? There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape. So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise.
It is, though.
Well, I guess that's what I'm going to be presenting.
This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall.
So I guess now I've got to present the tape somewhere, but...
Yeah, but to what?
Well, obviously this changed statement that's suddenly at the end here.
True.
That's too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner? Too bad it
Yeah.
wasn't me in that video, right, partner? You were so close to getting your verdict, and you missed.
God dang it.
Wait, what? I guess they don't want us to use that yet.
How exactly are that evidence in the statement related?
But he is in the video.
Not at all.
Uh-oh. Ooh, reload, please.
I'm doing it. I'm
gonna bring up
don't
the
know.
thing.
I guess I'll present his fingerprints to this?
Press him on the statement, or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves?
Okay, I guess I'll do that then.
Weird.
But wait, I think I already did this. How do you know that?
Yeah.
I may be alone around to do my job, keep over reports, yeah, blah, 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 blah. That's right. I found it. Going to locker. Alright, so I did that. And I guess I'm going to
Yeah.
press him on this last one, I guess, that's added on here to the videos into me.
Yeah.
Hold it. What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner?
Yeah.
Maybe. If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have. But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
Blind spots?
Places you can't see.
Spots that can't
Oh,
see?
God.
Oh,
The
God.
camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position,
Which he would be.
they could leave the room without being caught on tape.
What is it, buddy?
We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright.
Just wait, edgy boy.
What's that say?
Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now.
Oh, I can.
Now we can.
Because I know exactly what to do. Very well.
We gotta pause it right
Allow
at that
me to
point.
point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright. Or you might end up winding like the one or you might
Easy
wind
there.
up being the one making the mistake.
Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall.
Can do. I've got
Oh,
to
the
fast
music.
forward. I'm never gonna live this music down. All right, murderer walks
You're gonna
in.
hear it in your nightmares.
Yep. Murder opens that.
Can you imagine the whole dream just being that in darkness with the music?
Yeah.
You'd go insane.
All right. Nothing there. And he's down. And
Right, slow it down.
then... Boop. Yo, dog. What's up with this shit, yo?
Boom.
Bringing our attention back to the security camera. Is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? It's a very specific number.
Yeah.
Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video.
Yep. Boom.
That locker...
Oh, no. That locker with the white
Oh.
cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe.
Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. Alright, now we gotta wait. We just gotta wait. I'm gonna drink some Mountain Dew while I wait.
Sponsor.
Dude, if I was sponsored
If
by Mountain
only.
Dew, I would come
We only drink it like a lot.
all the time. Mountain Dew, G Fuel, bang.
Oh, the white cloth is gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then, it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned
What
away.
if he was the imposter?
That's what I've been saying. That's
I don't know why for some reason in my brain I thought they were like in cahoots and he just walked in as the other dude was walking out. I don't know why.
No, I was meaning that he was the one that's been hiding his face the whole
Yeah,
time.
see, I that just hit me. For some reason I thought he just like, you know, high five the dude as he
It's
was
like,
going
come
out.
on, good
and-
job, man. You almost killed Meekins.
I'm slow.
Order.
As always.
It would seem that...
Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was opened? That doesn't mean I'm the one who
Whoa.
opened it.
You can see his
Yes, it
eyes.
does. Even Edgeworth's like,
Yeah.
the murderer needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose
No,
mine.
fingerprints.
It's like I think even the judge is smart enough to realize
That's right.
this.
He's not good with machines.
He's not.
So he
I don't
doesn't
even
know.
think he realizes.
No.
Why is everyone
Yeah.
staring at me like I'm a wanted man?
He has no idea.
It's like, dude,
Wow.
you dumb shit. This guy isn't just playing dumb.
He is dumb.
He really doesn't know.
Wow.
I hate to rain on your parade, partner,
Yeah.
but you're the only person who could have opened that particular locker. Oh yeah?
What?
I can call your bluff.
He's making
Who
him
say open that locker? Now prove it. I don't even need a walkthrough for this
The machine. Yeah.
Fingerprint sensor? I tried to lie, but I missed. I dropped my case on the floor.
I was just dumb. Tried to use my brain cells, but I missed.
I don't have any. Fuck. I'm afraid so, buddy. We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this?
The technology you're in
Detective
charge
Gumshoe
of.
did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There's even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
Yeah.
So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? Beef jerky.
Ooh, beef jerky's good.
I only got 1 word for you, partner. No!
Whoa.
Damn.
It's like he just got shot or
Where'd
something.
that breeze come from?
Yeah, right?
Who brought a fan in court?
Now, witness, explain yourself.
If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Jerky.
He's not even...
Ole, please answer the question.
What the fuck? Why, Judge?
I don't know.
What is he now, a bullfighter? That's all right, Officer Marshall.
I'm losing my mind.
I believe we can figure out the rest from here.
We can?
Have a look at these floor plans. There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room.
Yeah.
Yet, Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall.
Because he was the imposter.
If that's so, then where was the witness?
It seems Mr. Wright has an answer.
Sorry,
That's
Edward.
right. The only possible conclusion.
Well
Let me
then,
guess,
let's
point it
hear it.
out. Point on here, where was Officer Marshall?
Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime?
Obviously, he was the victim.
Yeah.
Okay, kill it. Officer Marshall was standing right here.
On my arm.
I poked you.
So if Officer Meekins didn't notice him standing there, that's almost as credible as Meekins' warp theory.
Wait, what?
Oh, you picked where Meekins was.
No, I picked the killer.
Yeah, they're saying Meekins is the killer, remember? And
Oh,
then Goodman
yeah,
was the
fuck.
victim.
I'm a dumbass. Whoops. Now they're ganging up on me. All right.
Evan!
Whoops. All right.
Load! When's the last time we saved?
Oh, it was a while ago. Don't worry. I
Fuck.
can still do it. It's fine. We only got the 1 ticket. It's fine.
No, we've been flawless until now.
It's fine.
That's gonna
It doesn't-
bother the
it
hell
doesn't
out of
do
me.
it. We have not been flawless if it wasn't for the reloads.
With
Officer
the-
Marshall was standing right here. Correctly.
There, but that's
I can't believe you mixed that up.
I'm sorry.
where the victim, Detective Goodman, was.
I'm a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. Correct. Unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you dressed up like Detective Goodman. But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure.
He'd never met him. He never met Goodman.
May I point out, though?
Yeah.
that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. Went into the evidence room. I asked him to show his face, sir. The
Is
card,
it-
sir. Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond? He suddenly pulled a knife on me.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of knives right in this man's pocket. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had had his ID card, why didn't he just show it?
Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it.
The answer is simple. He couldn't show it.
Edward's like,
As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card.
Oh, I get it.
If he showed that, his cover would have been blown.
Yep.
Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? Jerky. I'm hungry. You've got quite an imagination, partner.
I'm a stress eater.
We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence.
You.
Circumstantial evidence?
Yeah.
He's still denying it. You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective.
But there's like no room for doubt
Unless
right
you have
now.
hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim.
I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition.
I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining.
He said it again. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim?
Well, what am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat.
You almost said dessert.
This can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one.
Yeah.
What can I do?
Even Ezra knows at this point that it has to be him.
It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed.
Or maybe he doesn't.
I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics.
Oh yeah, doesn't Ezra have like 2 years on him?
The basics? Something like that. In many cases, that's for damn sure.
Yeah. Oh, he's helping us.
That'd be what Mia used to tell me.
Because he knows we're onto something.
Yeah. Try thinking outside the
Phoenix,
box.
try thinking outside of the box.
The ammo box. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place?
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later as it has been. Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker.
According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason.
The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth?
Perhaps.
Was it the jacket?
Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot.
Very well, let's take yet another look
Oh, God.
at the security tape.
I don't even know.
After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth.
Yes. Hang on.
Save.
Hang on. Yep. Okay.
I just mean thanks to all the saves and stuff, we haven't gone through with missing 2 things.
Yeah, but still, we have made wrong choices before. It's fine.
I know, but it's
not
getting to me.
It doesn't affect the game.
Please show us right away.
Oh,
Okay.
It just automatically went forward. Why did it open? All right, so
Why does it have to play the music every time?
white cloth? So I'm gonna
Well, I mean,
wait.
his outfit is white, but I don't know if he could stuff the whole outfit in
All right,
there.
let me pause. Don't see anything.
No.
Don't see anything yet, at least. Fast forward. Pause. I don't see anything because the gloves fall.
Yeah. What's one glove?
Well, one, yeah. He's going around. Fast forward. Meekins.
Yeah.
This is just Meekins.
Yeah.
I don't see anything yet.
No.
All right. Oh, do you know what I think it is?
What?
Because he cuts Meekins. Meekins attacks him. The blood on his jacket.
Oh,
He might have
so he
used that
did
to wipe
stuff
off the
his
blood from
jacket.
his face.
Or he stuffed his jacket in there because it had blood on it.
That too. Because let's see what happens if... The killer's not here anymore. I think that's what it is. I don't know if you want to pull up the video quick.
But
or pull
wait,
up
then
your...
who was the body they found?
They never found the body, remember?
Oh,
That's the point. The
okay.
body disappeared.
Okay. Yeah, let me...
Alright.
Let's...
Alright, I'm gonna rewind. And rewinding's a lot faster.
Oh, yeah. Do you want me to tell you what to do?
What? It's the blood?
Pause the video and choose the blood on the jacket.
Gotcha. Pause. Present. Oh.
You didn't...
But
You clicked on the mascot!
I'm gonna reload.
Evan!
I wasn't trying to. I all I did is hit the part to play and it just fucking picked from. God damn it.
The blue badger is the killer.
Alright. Fast forward. Whoops. I'm just all kinds of out of it. We're making it there.
You have not had enough caffeine.
No, it's also been a long day of work from before recording
Yeah.
this, so. Alright.
Slow it down. Stop. Ugh,
Oh,
Evan.
I thought it was after that.
No.
Don't worry, I can go frame by frame. Sup, buddy? Look at that face.
Right there.
All right.
The blood.
Present the blood.
He took off a jacket.
For some reason, you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman and enter the evidence room, though I don't know to what end. Yet. However, something unexpected happened.
Yeah, you ran into Meekins.
Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him.
The one you always shaving his face with.
Yeah. However,
Because it looked just like it in the video.
Officer Meekins panicked. And the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood.
And
Oh,
he couldn't just walk out like that.
No. And I wanted to mention one thing that I was thinking about when it came to why he would be going in that room is because they were trying to transfer all the evidence from the solved cases. But him and Angel Star still focused on the SL9 incident.
Yeah, which
I
is
think
why he was
wanted to
going
go
in that
there.
locker.
He went in the locker to try and get evidence before the case could be dumped so that they could still try and figure out what was going on to get
Yeah.
themselves fixed from back then.
Which explains that glove from the case falling out.
Yeah. Anyways, soiled with blood.
A bloody white coat?
You couldn't just walk out like
No,
that.
that's what I was just saying.
So you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner. Guess we've impressed.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Now then, Officer Marshall. Are you ready to tell us the truth?
And nothing but the truth.
So help you God.
Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago. If you're only half as persistent then as you are now today, we all wouldn't have to be here now would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of
And
it.
leave my boyfriend alone.
All right. Calm down, little missy. It seems the time has come.
Whoa.
Oh, we have to find a fucking lie in this now, too? Okay. Marshall's confession.
So he's gonna half-ass a confession then.
I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole Detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence.
Which is what we were thinking.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. Okay.
So the supposed victim was really you.
But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the
Yeah,
floor
that's
of the
right,
evidence
remember?
room. Yeah. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor.
That's still a lot of blood.
It was way too
Yeah.
much blood for such a small donation. That is the weird part. Is that God, there's so much weird shit. Okay, and I know you're talking about the SL9 incident. They probably won't do press it anyway. When you say it, you mean, do we even have to ask, partner? The SL9 incident. 2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day. Not if I have anything to do with it. That incident's not over.
It's
What did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only that case's lead detective can look it through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost.
I want to know how it was already open in the first place.
That's the big thing. That might be the whole thing that pulls this out.
Yeah.
God, I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of the
You're
investigation.
frustrated, I can tell. You're like, what is going on?
But why does he care so much about it?
You're smacking your controller over
And
there.
that's my last chance. That's why I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him.
And he obviously stole it without Goodman knowing because Goodman almost put a report in for it.
Yeah, couldn't put in the report, so he didn't know who took it.
Which means they had no communication regarding that.
No. Some Meekins and knocked him out. Maybe, why weren't you expecting him? I don't know. You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off? Let's just say I was a little surprised.
Still.
I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time.
Officer Meekins certainly is a one-in-a-million type of person.
You've got that right.
Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID.
I'll have to think a little more about his raise this year.
Poor guy.
When did Edgeworth get so much influence?
Yeah.
Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slightly. I'm sorry I had to turn out that way. With me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one?
I knew this.
I don't know what to say.
So you knocked Officer Meekins out and...
Here's the thing.
What?
And this is probably what we need.
Something's bothering you, I can
for in
tell.
the case. And it's, number one, the amount of blood, which still means that something probably happened in the room. And it's this.
Oh.
The unstable jar with blood.
Yeah.
He didn't use that to attack Meekins, but that was in the room.
Yeah, someone got bashed with that.
So I wonder if...
That's where Goodman was killed originally?
If Goodman was already killed before all this happened and his body was already taken out at some point. Let me see the
time card.
The card? But that really doesn't look good for Edgeworth.
No, it doesn't. It looks like he could have killed him.
Cause 777 could be when
It's like, but how would Goodman get in if his card was missing? Because of...
I was saying that 777 would be probably how Goodman got in. Either that or Goodman borrowed Miles Edgeworth's card to go in at some point. I don't know.
But then...
But it had to have happened beforehand.
Borrowed? You mean took? But then Edgeworth would have noticed. You know? He's not the kind of guy who would, like, overlook something like his ID being misplaced.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We're gonna find out what's going on.
Plus, Edgeworth isn't a detective anyway. He doesn't have a locker in there.
Which still brings up the question of why is Edgeworth's name on that tack then?
Because he said that Gant wanted him to get something. Remember?
Yeah, but still, there's stuff that's... Bruce Goodman was killed in there way beforehand, which means he had to walk in.
And it said his time of death was sometime between like 4 and 5 or something like that.
Was within an hour and a half after 4 o'clock. Anyways, we're gonna figure out what the fuck is going on next time.
My brain is
because it's
hurting.
fucking killing me.